Well, I think with moms and dads that we spend time with, we try to have we call it a parent dinner about every 5 or 6 weeks, and we just start talking about life. I think when you have a teenager, you think you're totally all alone, and you're just sort of out there bumping into stuff going, I am blowing this big time. This is not working. And I think most of the time that we spend in this dinner is just them sitting at a table going, okay, I'm not crazy. They're all doing this, and just defining normal, slamming doors, yelling. It's all normal, So we've talked a lot about that. I think with parents today, you've got to talk a lot about the internet. You got to talk about tech stuff, Facebook. I think technology just grew up around parents, and now, hey, he's quiet and he's in his room. I guess everything's fine, but now he's actually in his room on the computer and he's destroying his marriage. On the internet. I've got 7th and 8th graders addicted to stuff on the internet. And so you really got to go there. You really got to talk about it. What we say is never have a computer in the room. Ever have a computer in the room. And if you're going to have a computer, you need to have so many things on that for security. You need to, Covenant Eyes is what I use, and it emails your history to 3 people you choose every week. That's good stuff. So everything I look at on the internet goes to my pastor, my wife, and Tony Nolan, a good friend of mine, every week. So that's good. That's important. You can't just say I trust my son, because you don't put a good kid in a bad place. And that's just not wise. My parents were smart about TV and channels and all that kind of stuff. We didn't have any of that, but I had a friend that I'd go spend the night with. You just got to be smart about the friends they spend their time with, and be smart about the media. Texting, phones have everything now, and so do their game systems. A handheld game system goes on the internet now. You need to know that. You need to know there are ways to cut that off. You need to also know, no, not every 11-year-old really needs a phone. It's really okay to say no. Another question I get a lot from parents is, can you talk to Billy? I just can't get him to come to church. What do I do? I always say, put him in the car. That's what you do. You got the license. You're mom. You like living in the house? Well, guess where we're going Sunday? Hello. We want to be friends with our kids, but you're the only one fighting for them. You're it. And I can try, but you got to get them here. So step up and do that. You really can. And sometimes you got to be the bad guy. And my son he's a teenager now, so he's getting a little cool. So we talk a lot about it. We talk a lot, and not just when he's doing something wrong. We talk about what he's doing right, and I point out things that he's doing well, and we have talks about, hey, here's something I want you to think about tomorrow. Do this different tomorrow, and there's what you're doing good, and so there's conversation there. I think a lot of times your kids will try you out by telling you stories about their friends. They'll say, you're not going to believe what my friend did. He snuck out of the house. You're never going to be around him again in your life. So he's thinking, all right, don't let him know I did that. Right? Yeah. So they're just kind of trying you out and listening, and these are all just little nuggets. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but they're listening when you think they're not listening.
Yep.
If you're talking to the top of their head, just keep talking to the top of their head, because it's getting in there. The older they get, the smarter you'll get.
Yep.
Now they'll remember. I tell my students a lot that, okay, let's paint a picture here. So when you're 8, 9, and 10, they're the coolest people on the planet and the hero. And about 12, your parents are the dumbest people on earth. But then when you get about 20, they get smart again. Now, do you think they changed, or do you think maybe you changed? Always get